Hi, I'm Matt Templeton with the Templeton Real Estate Group at Keller Williams Realty. And today I want to answer your question about housing bubble or not. Before I get to that, I want to point your attention to a couple links below. One is if you're searching for homes anywhere inside of our greater area, you can find every house for sale on our website. So click that link. The other is that if you're thinking about selling, you can get an automated valuation from our website, or you can reach out to us directly for a full-on personalized valuation at no cost to you. Click the other link below. Now back to our topic. Is there a housing bubble? Is everything going to burst? And is there going to be a change in prices, or are prices going to keep climbing the way that they have been? Let's break this down a little bit. Now, the thing that I've always heard is everything that goes up must come down. And truthfully, over time, we've seen rises and falls of the market. Overall, we know that houses are much more expensive than they were 20 years ago, 50 years ago, or even 100 years ago. So over time, houses are always going to increase in value. And yet in shorter time periods, sometimes we see setbacks, whether a housing bubble exists and then it pops, or whether homes just maybe lose value because of deterioration or obsolescence. Homes sometimes go back in value. Here's the other side of that is causing a different set of circumstances inside of our market right now. A couple things have gone on over the last few years that have changed since our last housing crisis or housing change. For one, the last housing crisis was motivated by poor debt and people that weren't able to make their payments. That kind of changed the way that housing was able to artificially create demand from people that couldn't actually afford homes. In our current situation, most of the demand is actually real. And let me explain to you where some of the demand is coming from. Right now we have excess demand from population growth. We've actually got more people and we've got more household formation over the last 5 to 10 years. And we have not been building as many houses as we used to build. In fact, in 2009, building dropped off a cliff because of access to funds in order to build if you're a builder. And even the builders going under themselves, we had less builders starting in 2009, which resulted between 2009 and 2019, 5.5 million homes that we would have expected to have been built that weren't built. With that shortage of houses being built, we have our first issue. We have a housing shortage of newly built homes, and we've got a growth in population, more people forming households. The other thing that has changed over the last 5 to 10 years is access to data and information that allows institutional investors to purchase homes. And so for the first time in the last 5 years, we have seen large hedge funds and corporations and even multinational corporations buying up homes in the thousands and tens of thousands. In fact, there are pension funds, there are hedge funds, and there's foreign money that are buying up homes and holding them for either rental investment portfolios or to hold for a number of years and then sell. Because there's so many homes that are now corporately owned or institutionally owned, we've got even less inventory that's available to the average person that's looking to purchase. That's also causing the demand to go up, or causing the supply to go down, which means between demand and supply, we've got an increase in prices. So between those factors, lack of inventory, household formation, and increased demand from institutional investors, we're seeing a different set of circumstances than we've seen in the past, which means that we're probably in for another few years of this issue. Even though builders would like to be able to go build homes, there's maybe a lack of land or a lack of ability to go develop it. And then also it takes time to build permits and gather capital and figure out resources and go deploy building plans. We also have another short-term problem, which is the builders during COVID-19, during the early parts of 2020, did not build, and they put holds on a lot of their building plans because they weren't sure how the year was going to end up. That it's similar to that 5.5 million homes that weren't built during the 10-year period after the last crisis. There was a number of homes that should have been built in 2020 that weren't built because builders were delaying to make sure everything was stable. That's going to cause more of a short-term shortage of new homes, but in general, we have less homes on the market than we have demand for, and that's what's causing what feels like a housing bubble and may actually just be a housing boom. I'm Matt Templeton with the Templeton Real Estate Group. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have more questions or you want me to explain it further, feel free to reach out, reply, drop a comment, send us a message, text us, email us, whatever it takes to get in touch with us. We'd love to talk to you more and be your real estate company of choice. Thank you so much. Have a great day.